of all the excuses for all the vanity projects and all the wasteful projects like the Red House and the Whitehall and the President's House and the President's Cottage, all of the ways that the government has found to squander public funds in a time of lean income, in a time when your Minister of Finance can't find his ass, his elbow, his drawers or his pants, in a time when the government itself seems to be floundering, in a time when the opposition is in a coma, at a time when this country is going through 4.5 years of recession, could somebody tell me what the ass we're spending money on this building for? Tell me how, in heaven's name, this one going to return the investment. You're going to tell me you're going to abandon the Prime Minister's office on St. Clair Avenue and come and sit down in Whitehall to feel like a colonial master. No problem. Polish your bald head and smile. You say you're going to fix the President's house so we could create a lottery so people could come and tour and feel like they're back in Massa Day because the President not living there. So the $106 million was a waste of freaking time. But no problem. Call it President's house. Look at that. Look what a Rowley, look what a PNM children. Stupidity. Look at there. They just want to cuss because you're standing up for a better country. Back to this. President's house, Red House. The last thing this country needed was the Red House back to being Parliament. The country needs a functional structure as Parliament, not a colonial edifice. We didn't need to go back in time to plantation days. We didn't need balconies with ornate columns and cornices so that MPs could come out and stand up and wave to the peons and the peasants below. But of all of those, tell me what the hell we spending money on this one for. Tell me what excuse they're going to make. How are we going to ever get a return on investment on this and save the bullshit about the national pride, Because all you're finding me day and night when mommy in the hospital and daddy on the side of the road looking for ambulance and this one business closing down and that one just lost their job and this one need a wheelchair and that one need medicine and this one need a lawyer and that one lost in jail. All you're finding me to ask for help and beg for help for everything else. And I ask him Trinidad and Tobago with a non-functional government and a comatose opposition, why would we be spending money on this vanity project that will never be able to repay that investment? Why? Tonight, challenge all of your expectations. Tonight, challenge all of your assumptions. Tonight, ask Keith Christopher Mugabe Sabda Rowley and the band of incompetent jackasses that is your government. Tonight, go and ask them the copper siding and the copper dung pipes for the rainwater guttering that has been put on this building. Of what purpose is this supposed to serve that is going to save us money or will return or redound to a benefit to the taxpayers of this country whose money you just picked up and spent on another wasteful vanity project? Trinidad and Tobago, tonight, this one, ask yourself, why spend this money? You don't want to wrap the rest in plastic? Why then wrap this one? Why did you spend this money? How, in these sufferation times, when poor people full in the children belly with pap, when man going home with no job, no prospects, no hope, thinking to kill himself or rob somebody to survive, how, in these lean and meager times, could we justify renovating and restoring yet another plantation house for absolutely no conceivable purpose? How? I know the Jackass clan going to meet in the morning in urgent session if you all send this video viral, and they'll find a government ministry to come and slam into here and tell you we needed it for that. And I want to tell you it's all bullshit. All of it is bullshit. It's a looting. It's a kleptocracy. So we spent 89 million on a president's house we don't need, 17 million on a cottage no one lives in, $500 million on a red house that we do not need, and 42 million on a Whitehall that every now and then Rowley and his partners will pass through and take a selfie and stunt for the crew. I'm asking Trinidad and Tobago, why this waste of money that could have been used to do so many other better, needful things in these lean and wasteful times, in these lean and suffering times, in these lean and squalid times. Why take this money when Trinidad can't pay its bills, when we are emptying the Heritage and Stabilization Fund, when we owe China, we owe the IDB, we broke, we floating bonds, we floating loans, we're trying to find a way to finance Tobago. Tell me, in these times, how could they justify this vanity project, this restoration of another plantation house? Tell me, Trinidad and Tobago, how in heaven's name this one makes sense?